Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something slightly different and look at a Super Mario 64 Speedrunner Tier List that I am going to make. So this might be a bit controversial, but it's not a 100% serious tier list. Everyone on this list deserves respect for all the hours they've put into grinding this game, except for Mizkeff. So yeah, don't take it too seriously, it's just a bit fun, and I hope you enjoy, so let's get started. Alright, so let's start things off with Mr. Clint Stevens. Now this guy never streams. He's a bit of a meme. He chokes all the time. I think he's like 4'2" or something. But in all seriousness, I love this guy. I'm a massive Clint Stevens SIMP and proud. Without this guy's YouTube videos and tutorials, I wouldn't even know that Mario 64 speedrunning is a thing, and I think it's the same for a lot of new up-and-coming speedrunners right now. So Clint is, I don't want to say he made Mario speedrunning big, because obviously that's not true, but he definitely played a huge part in it. So I have to put him in S tier. Please stream more. Alright, so up next we have Cheese. And if I'm being 100% serious, like, Cheese is the best Mario 64 speedrunner of all time. Like, he's had the 120 world record, I don't know, probably like 10 times now. He's had to reclaim it from 2 different people. Like, you have to have a champion's resolve to take your title back that many times. So, in all seriousness, he should be S rank, but because he has the most annoying laugh I've ever heard, like seriously, it sounds like a dying dolphin. We're gonna have to put him in B tier, guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Next up, we have Mizkeff. Now, a lot of people say Mizkeff doesn't actually speedrun Mario 64, but he has 350 hours streaming Mario 64, which is probably more than me, to be honest. So, I don't know, I'm calling him a Mario 64 speedrunner. You know, for a few reasons, I have to put Mizkeff in F tier. Number 1, he starts the timer at the file select screen. Like, dude, you live with the former world record holder, the number 2 Mario 64 player of all time, and you don't know when to start the timer. And secondly, he was doing a run and his Xbox controller died. Like,
my controller died! No! No way! No way!
if you're doing a speedrun of a game, why would you not plug the controller in? Like, look, the Xbox controller has a USB port right here, dude. Why would you use the batteries? Like, why would you make such a stupid mistake? In fact, he's not even going in F tier. We're going to make a new tier. Yeah, we're putting him in the Mizkeff tier. It's even worse than the F tier. This is so toxic, but I love it. Alright. We're going to go for Liam, and Liam, very simply, has to go in the jail tier for crimes against speedrunning. I mean, to be honest, if you get a world record with video quality this bad, you kind of deserve to be thrown in jail. Thank God Simply beat this record like a couple of months later, man, because I can't make out what's going on, to be honest. So yeah, Liam is still in jail. Speaking of Simply, we have to put him in the S tier. You know, he's a very good Mario 64 player. Also, his music's quite good, especially the song about the sandwich. I do like that song. I wouldn't say he's quite like the top level yet, because, and the reason I say this before I get so much hate, is that to be a true champion at a sport or a competition or whatever, you have to reclaim your title once it's been taken. If Simply does that, then he will be, you know, top tier with Cheese, Punky, all those guys. But yeah, Simply's pretty good. I'm going to put him in S. Alright, next up we have Armada. Armada was obviously, like, probably the greatest Smash Bros. Melee player of all time, and now he's running 70 star at, like, a very top level. So, I don't know, I'm going to put him in A tier, but if he gets to the same level he did with Melee, with Mario 64, then yeah, he has to be like one of the top players, so yeah, I'm putting him in A. Alright, next up we have Sean Raider. Sean's kind of similar to Clint in that a lot of his YouTube videos inspired me to run this game. So you would think I would put him in S tier, right next to his best friend. But since he moved to the craft and barely streams Mario 64 anymore, we gotta put him in C, man. You made the ultimate betrayal, Sean. You have to go in C tier. I'm sorry, my dude. I'm sorry. Speaking of the craft, we have to do the same thing for Dowski, except he doesn't have the tutorials to back it up, so he's going in D. This is going to look so awkward when I'm speedrunning Minecraft in like a month's time. Alright, next up we've got Punkation. This guy's so damn consistent, man. I was watching the tournament he was playing in recently, and a lot of people in the chat were like, oh, why does Punky go for such simple, like, beginner strats? And then he, like, wins every match comfortably because he just doesn't make any mistakes. Like, the dude's just so consistent. He's kind of similar to Cheese in that he's had the 120 record so many times. So I have to put him in S. Alright, next up we have Elisu. I'm not sure how you say her name. But yeah, I had to put one girl in here just for equality. She is climbing up the 70-star ranks quite quickly, so I'm going to put her at A tier. Alright, next we got Ludwig. I don't know why he's here, to be honest. I don't think he's ran this game very much, but I think he got Owless one time, and I prefer watching his content to Mizkeff, so we'll put him in B tier. Cheese and Ludwig in the same tier. God, what a tier list this is. Siglemic. Unfortunately, I don't think Siglemic really runs this game anymore. Like, back in the day, man, he was so good. He had the 120 record for a while. And he also created one of the coolest tricks in a 120 star, so I have to put him in A tier. Alright, up next we've got Taggle. Taggle's an interesting one, because I think if you look at his sum of best, which is like all his best times added up for each stage, he's like got a much better time than Simply and Cheese. He did have the 70-star world record for a little bit, but it was quickly beaten. I don't know, he's a tough one. I think he could easily be a top tier player, like Clint. This tier list makes no sense. But yeah, I'm going to put him in A for now. Alright, D whatever. You know, since I'm mainly a 70-star player, I have to put this guy in S tier. Like, he has just completely destroyed the 70-star category in a good way. Like, first guy to hit a 46, and to be honest, it doesn't look like anyone is close to beating his record anytime soon, so if he can have the same level of consistency he has with 70, with 120, then, you know, you gotta say he would be the best SM64 player of all time to have both the records. I don't know if that's ever been done. Like, for a runner to have the 70 record and the 120 record at the same time, that would be crazy, man. Especially with how optimized 70 star is these days. So yeah, D whatever has to go in S tier. Alright, I think this is Kano. Kano mostly does like 0 star and 16 star, which to be honest aren't my favourite categories. But I don't know, he just seems like such a cool guy, and he like sleeps on his stream and stuff, so I got him in A tier. Alright, next up we have Lunarjump. This guy is very good at the game, but he kind of scares me with some of the rants he comes up on stream. He just seems like a very scary guy.
I'm just gonna come back and fucking ground pound the fuck out of you, bitch! That's what I'm gonna do! He thought he was in the clear. Ha!
So I'm kind of scared to put him in a low tier, to be honest, because he might find where I live and, I don't know, scream in my face. So we're going to put him in B tier. Alright, next we've got Simpleflips. I don't think he's done any, like, speedrunning stuff in a long time, to be honest. But he did have a very good time in 70 star. But he's kind of blown up on YouTube, which has probably helped the community a lot indirectly, so I'm going to put him in A tier, above Cheese. Alright, and finally we have Benny, who is the only other runner here, aside from myself, who is from the UK, I think. So since we're representing Her Majesty the Queen, I got to put him in A tier. He's also very good at 70 star, so yeah, that's where Benny goes. And I'm going to put myself in F tier, because, you know, no TTC 100, no pillarless. Still getting the shell, still getting SL Reds. F tier, that's where I deserve to be. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed the tier list. It wasn't the most serious a video, it was just a bit fun. So yeah, the tier list isn't the most accurate in terms of skill, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it anyway. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, check me out on Twitch, and I will see you in the next video, so see you in a bit.